Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to MCubed. I am your host, Harris, and today we are going over an MCubed-Grade, giving Rick and Morty Season 6, Episode 1 a view. Alright, now let's get started. The first tenet that we're going over today in an MCubed-Grade is production design. Now, it's an animated show, so it's not the most complicated production design in the world, but it's also, like, extremely complicated production design at the same time. And Rick and Morty is amazingly well animated, and I think that their production design team as a whole is fantastic, and it deserves a full point. So we're 1 out of 1 so far. Now, the score and the soundtrack may be, I wouldn't say a weaker part of Rick and Morty by any means, because the music is very additive to the show, and nothing ever takes away. The music itself is always very fun, and it really gets you in a Rick and Morty feel very quickly. The music does a really good job of getting you exactly into the mood that you want it to, and I'm so happy that we're back with Rick and Morty, because that quite literally music to my ears. So we're going a full point for this one as well. So we are 2 out of 2 so far. Now, we're on to our third tenet, which is sound. Like I just mentioned, the music and everything does so well with Rick and Morty that it knows exactly what it is, and it knows exactly what it wants to be, and exactly how to present itself. And I believe sound not only does that, but turns it up a notch or two. I think their sound is excellent because there's so much they have to do. They're really overpaying some Foley artists, that's for damn sure. It really shows. I love it. It's fantastic. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a full point as well. Now we are on to editing. Take a sip for all the editors for Rick and Morty, because I know y'all's job is just as hard as the animators and just as hard as the Foley artists. The editing in Rick and Morty is immaculate. All of the multiverse, microverse, all the minute details that have to be added in to really tell this story and sequence it in a way that makes sense to a viewer and makes even more sense going back and looking at it in a future viewing. It's all so meticulously well put together, and it more than deserves a full point. On to our fifth tenet. Effects. Well, okay, so the effects, it's the production design in full animation hall, and they are really always bringing the goods, you know? The animation improves every season, and this season so far, just in episode 1, is amazing. I'm gonna have to go ahead and give it a full 1 out of 1 for this. And that brings us right into our sixth tenet, cinematography. Usually in an animated show, cinematography is not a pivotal focus, and I wouldn't necessarily say that it is in Rick and Morty either. When there's a lot of dialogue going on, there's a back and forth cut all the time, and Rick and Morty does not do that very often, and it really lets the gravitas of what they're saying sit in, even if it's just bonkers hilarious or some really scientific sci-fi funky shit that's awesome. I really think they do a good job of grounding the cinematography and allowing every little bit of what you're seeing, because there's a lot being tossed on your screen at any and every moment. You really do get that time to take it in, or as much time to take it in as they want you to take in. So it's really meticulously well done, like the whole show is, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it a full 1 out of 1 as well. And that brings us right into our eighth tenet, acting. The voice acting is amazing, as always. It's hilarious. At this point, Justin Roiland and the rest of the voice cast knows their characters so well that everything is just precisely comical and creative. No matter what they do it really well. And I'm going to say that the voice acting is just near perfect. It knows what it is, and it hits every single beat. So full 1 out of 1 on voice acting. Writing. Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland know exactly where they want to bring these characters, with kind of teetering a little bit on what we expect them to do, and that is a joy to watch. Especially in this new season and this such a lore-heavy entry. It is great. It deserves a full 1 out of 1. Bringing us into our 10th tenet, direction. The acting, the writing, the direction, all of those kind of culminate within particularly Rick and Morty, because the people that write it are so close to the acting and the writing and the direction. They just know what they want to do so precisely, and they execute it so precisely, and they do such a good job with it each and every single time. I can't take my eyes away, and I'm ecstatic for more. If you would like to support our channel, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell right next to it. Tell me in the comments, did you enjoy this lore-heavy re-entry Season 6, Episode 1 of Rick and Morty? Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon just toss on our plates. They're giving us a 4, 5, 6, 7 course meal, and I'm gonna eat it up each and every single time. See you in the next one.